All right, so let's get into your commentary now. My next question, what? He said what? Did President Obama really say that it would be easier to be president of China? If so, in what context?
Well, the New York Times article that reports this is a rather long piece that talks about sort of the president trying to deal with particularly issues in the Middle East and Northern Africa, but also at home, gas prices, unemployment, the budget, the debt. And it's about him sort of idealism and moving toward pragmatism, but very uneasy about it, sort of having a hard time that with all of these issues coming to the fore at once. Don't forget Iran, Libya, Afghanistan. I mean, it's really quite a laundry list. It's quite daunting for anyone. But for him to say, as the New York Times reports, that he told aides it would be easier, so much easier to be president of China, in the context he wouldn't be so heavily scrutinized, people wouldn't be looking to him all the time for answers to these world problems, I find it shocking. And I think that it is something that goes to the heart of he is having a very hard time now. The speech making, the kind of rousing the crowd only takes you so far. And here he is now in the third year of his presidency, and the problems are mounting. The unemployment, particularly I think at home, is a real issue for his reelection, the rising gas prices. And you're seeing complaints from members of both parties. I mean, you had it today in terms of Democrats on the Hill concerned that he's not leading on the budget. You've had it internationally with our allies complaining that he's not leading on things like Libya and Iran. So you add those together, and you really have, I think, what to me overall is a failure of leadership in the White House at a time when the world and the country needs it most.
Well, Michael, do you think that he has, in your opinion, responded correctly to anything? You said it's a laundry list. It is. Egypt, Libya, Afghanistan. At home, we're talking about gas prices, rising debt, unemployment.
Right. Well, look, I mean, just take Libya, for example, which I think is maybe the hardest one of all, because it happened so quickly, because it is the question of American military, and there's a slaughter going on before our very eyes. It's not so much that there's a right and wrong answer. It is the fumbling. It is the speaking at cross purposes. It is one day the Secretary of State says something, the next day the Secretary of Defense says, no, we're not going to do a no-fly zone. The next day the President says it's still on the table. Meanwhile, you've got the British, all of them doing different things. While America is talking about having conversations, having meetings, we've essentially done nothing while this has happened. And I think so the sense that the world looks to America, as the Wall Street Journal said, what you have in Libya is what it looks like in the world without the United States leading. Nobody else will do anything fundamentally without America. Now, I believe President Obama resents that. I believe he doesn't like that role. He doesn't like that superpower responsibility, but that is the job of the American president.
It is. And Michael, I have to wrap you up there. Thank you so much. We appreciate your commentary.
My pleasure.
And thanks for joining us.